Unconditional love. If I love you one more time, if I love you one more time.
Me not ready yet for speculate about this music yet, and it a rocking on my head like it's a calypso. Viewers and subscribers, bless up on yourself. You know it's your boy Shaka POW TV. One time, jaggy. This artist goes by the name Shaka POW, and this song entitled Unconditional, directed by Extreme Arts. But we will get to the Mighty Diamonds review, and then we'll rewind back wicked like flash. Fast.
The first recording we really did was for Stranger Code. Right.
Mighty Diamonds formed in 1969 in Trenchtown area of Kingston. The group comprised lead vocalist Daniel Tabishaw and harmony vocalist Fitzroy Bunny, Simpson and Lloyd Judge Ferguson. They had become friends at school in the mid-1960s and were originally called the Limelight, adopting Mighty Diamonds after Shaw's mother started referring to them as the Diamond. Their smooth harmonies and choreography stage show were inspired by Motown vocal groups of the 1960s, with Shaw listening The Temptation, the Stylistic, the Impression, and the Telephonics as influence, as well as Jamaican rocksteady artists such as John Holt and Ken Booth.
And we started rehearsing. But when we really started to record, it was for...
The early recordings were produced by Pat Francis, Strange Cole, and the song Girl You Are Too Young, done in 1970, and the next one Oh No Baby, done by Derek Ariat, and a song Mash Up, and Bunny Lee do the song Jaja Bless the Dreadlocks, Carefree Girl, and Lee Scratch Perry cut the song Talk About It, and Rupi Edwards, but it was in 1973 that they had their first hit single with the Francis produced, entitled Shame and Pride, recorded at the Dynamic Sound Studio. It was their mid-1970 work with producer Joseph Hookim that gave them their real breakthrough, with the next song entitled Country Living and Hey Girl were recorded and released by the Channel One label. Right Time followed, and Who Kim's well-charged label, and cement their status as one of the top Jamaican groups of the time.
So the time is so wrong. Jah is the master.
Virgin Records signed them on the group debut album Right Time was released in 1976, including most of their early Channel One hits. The album was an international success. For the follow-up, Virgin sent them to work with Allen Townsend in New Orleans, with local musicians providing the backing up. The resulting Ice and Fire album sold poorly, the production not appealing to reggae fans, and the album later described as an attempt by New Orleans soul musicians to play reggae.
I don't know, no.
Back in Jamaica, they continued to record for Channel One with the Stand Up to Your Judgment album released in 1978, and continued to produce a string of hit singles. They also released records on their own Bad Gang label. The group's Deeper Roots, released in 1979, was their next big album success, again released by Virgin and its Frontline label. In the early 1980s, they recorded producer Gussie Clark, largely using old Studio One tracks as the basis for their recording, and dub plates of these sessions became popular on sound system in Jamaica, New York, London, particularly past the Kochi record and the Full Up Rhythm. Their work with Clark produced a 1981 album, Change. Past the Kochi, written by Ferguson and Simpson, became an international hit twice, when first released on their 1982 album, Change, and again when it was covered by Musical Youth with alter lyric to remove the drug references, and released as Pass the Dutchie in 1982. Their performance at Reggae Sunsplash 1982 was released on an album later that year, paired with the performance from Muta Baruka. The group continued to release albums regularly, adapting successfully to the prevailing digital rhythm of the 1980s and beyond. Tabby, Bunny, and Judge issued over 40 albums in their long career, and in 2021 the group was honored with the honor of distinction, Officer of Class, in the National Honors and Awards on the occasion of Jamaica's 59th anniversary of independence. March 29, 2022, their lead singer Donald Tabishaw was shot dead in a drive-by shooting, and on April 1st of 2022, Fitzroy Bunny Simpson died, also viewers subscribers. So the only remaining party of that Mighty Diamond team still living is Lloyd Judge Ferguson. Remember, subscribe, comment and share.
Unconditional love. If I love you one more time, if I love you one more time.
So viewer subscriber, as you can see, this artist Shaka POW, I make sure know say yo, if him love her one more time. So this is not a thing we new, because every individual on the face of earth have a wife for them love. As me I say, we are play wife material, we are cook up your good food and them thing that you know say she alone you eat from, otherwise from your mother or your granny. Because on every day your mother go there or your granny go there. See me I say, but give thanks to everybody with granny we still there and their mother there. So Shaka POW make you know say yo, to all him love her, fear love Ghana space. You see me? Fear love and fame love come like Jasmine and Aladdin. He will fly with her anywhere on the carpet in the world. To all him love her. And him not stop love her. Him love fear is an unconditional love. Just like the song of Jack Yor sing and say Unconditional Love. Yeah, or something like that. So listen some more of the music.
Girl, I'm gonna lose my mind. Girl, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, this is the part where Shaka POW, the general, I be realistic with him words and I make him wife know say, yo baby, to me love you, me lose my mind. You see me I say, and that a real love. That a real unconditional love. You see me I say, viewer subscriber. I mean, I know if you watch the movie with Joker we coming a Batman. Evil him is an evil villain. And guess what? Them say every stick a bush have it fire though. I don't even remember the words, but him even have a wife. And me I tell you, I saw Shaka POW make you know, him love crazier than Joker in a Batman. And me I go on a clippings and show and say, yo, fame love are the craziest love. And a damn love the Shaka POW I talk about.
Would you die for me?
Yes.
If I love you one more time, if I love you one more time, girl, I'm gonna lose.
And when we talk about love, you know, viewer subscriber, we not talk about no fairy tale thing, you know. Me I tell you say Shaka POW I talk about love way to how a girl love you and to how him treat her, it make the feelings that she have for Shaka POW compel her for do anything that's impossible, even for sacrifice herself for save Shaka POW. And that me I tell you that's how strong them love is. You see me viewer subscriber, and Shaka POW also will do anything for no say yo him wife alright. So it go verse vices. So me not telling about no love a fate like Chinese Jordan. I really love this. And that's why you hear the general I tell her say, yo, if I love you one more time, him can't stop love her. Fame love him off her is an infinite love. It don't stop. It keep going on. And it not stop. While him heart beating, the love they will never stop, viewer subscriber. So if you're a subscriber, I left a link in the description below and go subscribe. Make him know say El Chapa Scott TV. Send you know the thing go. Nothing nice like our bingo. Jaggy. What kind of movie could I go on Netflix and man tough.
My mind, girl, I'm gonna lose my mind.
And I say, yo, a family you're talking to my representative, El Chapa Scott TV, El Chapo Dente Movento, Trap Move, Hurricane Breeze, all the mad move.